Hey everyone, welcome to another video in my series. My name is Boom Shikha and I am the Millionaire Hippie. You can check out my website on themillionairehippie.com. It's been a while since I've done a video because I've been doing a lot of different other things, but I wanted to share some insights that I've had since I've moved to Chiang Mai. What have I learned from my move? The things that you actually learn actually being in a country is completely different from the things that you might learn from online, forums and things like that. So I really want to show you how it is on the ground being here in Chiang Mai. Like every other country, it has its pros and cons, and so it's not all roses. I mean, it is a great city to come live in for a little bit. And a lot of people come and they stay forever. So obviously that shows you that the country and the city has something to offer for a lot of different people. It's not just one kind of person that actually moves here. There's a lot of different kinds of people that move here and love it. I moved here and I'm a hippie. There are other people who move here because they're into drop shipping or Amazon fulfillment. So there's a lot of different kinds of people here, and that's the reason I think it's such a great community to be a part of, because not only will you find people of your own kind, but you'll also find people from other communities that you can learn from and grow with. One of the things that I've discovered moving to Chiang Mai is that there is definitely still obviously a culture of corruption and bribery here. So there is some things where you have to give a certain amount of money in order to maybe go around the system a little bit. It doesn't mean that's a bad thing. I think it's just the way of things here, and that's totally fine as long as you're aware of it and you realize that you're not living, if you move to Chiang Mai, you're not living in a first world country anymore, or you're not living in a country like the US or Canada where everything goes by the rule book. You have to realize that things are done differently here, and you have to get used to that fact, because if you don't, then it's going to make your life really hard. And I'm saying this because I've heard a lot of people be grumpy about it or grumble about this fact, and I want to remind them of the fact that, when you moved to Asia, you realize that you're going to be dealing with certain things like that. It's just the way of life. It's just how it is. There's a lot of good things about Chiang Mai, but there is a little bit of a culture of bribery here. There's also another thing that I wanted to mention, that the pollution in Chiang Mai is horrendous. I come from Canada and I come from Toronto. Toronto is one of the cleanest cities in the world, not only for the fact that the streets are clean and the infrastructure, the garbage is cleaned out regularly without us even noticing. I mean, the streets are immaculate. Not only that, but the pollution in Toronto, because there's a stringent rule on all the cars and all the trucks and all that. So the air pollution is very low. And so when I come to Chiang Mai, or when a lot of Europeans and Americans come to Chiang Mai, it's literally hard to breathe for the first few days. It's the pollution here in Chiang Mai. You get used to it. You don't realize it's actually there anymore. But when you go back home every day and you actually clean your face off or your body off, you'll notice there's a layer of black soot on your body, grime. It's not from from yourself. It's from the pollution in the country, in the city. And it's because of burning season. It's something that is very common here. They burn their crops every year, instead of actually, they don't, they're small farmers. They don't have a lot of money. So instead of using a lot of tools and equipments like they do in the US or in Canada, what they do here is that they burn their fields. And obviously that causes a lot of pollution, a lot of air pollution. And you will find it hard to breathe, not only because of the burning season, but because all of the cars and motorbikes here, they don't have any kind of real permit that's needed. So all of these vehicles are on the street that are extremely old and are emitting black smoke like nobody's business. There's like black smoke coming out from it, and you're thinking to yourself, how does this person drive with all this black smoke around them? But you obviously get to inhale most of the black smoke as well. So there is a lot of pollution here as well. So that's another thing you have to consider. If you have asthma or if you have any kind of ailment, respiratory ailment, just be careful. I mean, you are moving here because it is going to be extremely hard for you to breathe. It's hard enough for me to breathe, and I have no ailments of such a sort. So the final thing I want to mention with Chiang Mai is that, again, because it's a developing country, there are going to be a billion creepy crawlies all over the place. Not only are there bugs all over the place, cockroaches, spiders, ants, and all that, but more than that, there are rats everywhere. Chiang Mai is surrounded by a moat, and that actually kind of helps a little bit because all the rats are concentrated in the moat area. But there will be times when it's raining really hard, when the moats are kind of flooded, there will be rats that are going to come out in full force. And these rats are not afraid of humans like they are in the third world countries. So they will be standing around, and then they'll be standing right in front of you. They'll be eating or doing whatever. And if you come close to it, they won't run away. They'll just stand there. That was actually a big shock for me when I first moved here. I know it's a small thing, but it's very surprising to me. The bugs I expected, but I did not expect the amount of rats that I've seen till now. The only rats I saw before this were in subway stations, and that was really, really rare. So that's another thing. I mean, it's a small thing, obviously, but you have to be aware of the fact that it is a third world country. There's bugs galore, there are rats galore, creepy crawlies all over the place. But obviously, these are all small, minor items. Every country has its low points. It has good points. The food here in Chiang Mai is absolutely delicious. Khao soi is one of my favorite dishes. If you ever get a chance to come here, it's a northern Thailand dish. Khaosoi, khao soi. They pronounce it and spell it differently, but that's the main spelling of it. And there's so much great street food here. It's cheap to live here. The community here is amazing. There's so many people here from all over the world, and they're doing so many different things. Kind of makes you realize that there are so many different ways of living as a digital nomad that really, really emphasizes for me and makes me more determined to make this lifestyle work for me, because there truly isn't one way to do it, and I know I can make it work the way I want to do it, the way that suits to me the best. So I hope that this kind of helps you. I just wanted to give you a little overview. I'll be speaking more about this stuff in the future, hopefully. I'll get a chance to do more regular videos. Again, my name is Boom Shikha. If you guys are interested in checking out my website, it's themillionairehippie.com. Until next time, I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye for now.